Thor Ragnarok. We finally have a real artsy, kick-ass Thor movie. So Thor Ragnarok is obviously based on the story of Ragnarok, based on the comic of Ragnarok, which is basically the downfall of Asgard. And that's what this movie is about. It follows the story of Hela, who is the villain of this movie, played by Cate Blanchett, and she basically wants to destroy and rule Asgard. That is the whole plot of this movie, and from that perspective, that's some cool shit going on. But on the other side of that, Thor and Loki have been pushed away into this land that I don't know the name of. I don't know if they reveal the name, probably something comic-y, that is basically ruled by Jeff Goldblum, and the Hulk is there. And that is the two sides of the stories that is going on that obviously come into one by the end, and we get Thor Ragnarok. Now this movie, honestly, I was excited to see. I haven't said that about a Thor movie because, honestly, I don't think the Thor movies are that special. I think they're decent movies. I've enjoyed the first one, I enjoyed the second one a little less. I think they're just average movies, and when it comes to Marvel and when it comes to what you expect from comic book movies, you gotta expect big things. And I don't think either of those movies really lived up to that. And I was excited because they very, very much changed the direction of they're going with Thor. Thor was very a serious character. They very put him as a serious god role, and they gave him these serious films and try to like embase him with humans. And this movie, they just changed that direction. They said, you know what, it's not working, let's go with this. And they went for more of a Guardians of the Galaxy, more artsy, music-based, fun, space stuff. And it worked. This movie was a hell of a lot of fun. And that is the biggest word to describe this movie. It is fun. Things in this movie don't necessarily feel as important as they are. As weird as that says, like, the stakes aren't as high as you expect them to be in a comic book movie. They are that high, but they don't get that feeling because this movie's so uplifting and fun and just all of the time so bright and colourful. And I think it works with the tone of the movie. They had a very set tone, very colourful, very comedic, very, very comedic, as Marvel movies seem to be as of late. They're very comedic, and they went with that angle and it worked. They made Thor more comedic. Chris Hemsworth continues to kill it as Thor. Even they took a different direction with Thor, and it worked. Loki is phenomenal. Tom Hiddleston is just great. He's one of my favourite villains, Loki. He's just a very cool guy. Obviously, he's not necessarily a villain, but you don't necessarily know what he is. So I call him a villain because he's not necessarily a hero for that to work. But I like this movie. I think this movie really delivered. It gave me everything you wanted to see. It was fun. It was very Guardians of the Galaxy-like, and they flipped it. They knew what wasn't working, what people necessarily wanted, and they flipped it and they got it to work, and it did. They put some little elements in. They put some characters from other Marvel movies, Hulk being a big character in this one, and they changed what Hulk was. They focused more on the Hulk side, not necessarily the Banner side, which is something we haven't necessarily seen, and it really delivered. This movie was a lot of fun. I think it hit the right notes. I think this is definitely one of the funnest movies of the year. It is a great movie as well. It's not a movie that's just fun and you see some flaws in it. I think it did deliver on that. Yes, the comedy can seem very over the top, and maybe that's why the stakes aren't as high, because they're having a lot of fun, so maybe you can't get that sense of urgency that you necessarily want to get, but that was the minor flaw in a great movie. I'm giving this movie a B+. Thank you guys for watching my review of Thor Ragnarok. I'm actually not sure how long this is, but I think it could have been a bit longer, as I was away when I watched this movie, and it took me a few weeks to actually get into review mode again. So I am getting into review mode. As you guys would have just seen, I dropped my LA vlog that I've been working on and editing for the last couple of days, last week or so. So check that out if you haven't already, as well as my Blu-ray update for November, and get ready for some more reviews. As always, you can press the subscribe button to come back and see more videos. You can like, you can comment, but of course, have a good one.